How are you all doing? Ralph here, Ralfy Customs. We're going to have a bit of a vlog. There's a few engineering typey jobs that we're going to get on with. Let's do it. Righto, let's just quick recap. We're stuck on our robs because some dickhead didn't check that it got tube stock. I thought it was 1.25 inches, and of course it's that early, it's 1.8 inches, so we've ordered that. We've started. That should be here later or tomorrow morning. So we've dropped on our callums that we've been doing bits and bobs on. And because I just want to get on, I've not recorded myself making this little electrics box. But I'm pretty sure that when we were doing our Phelps's fucking rigid Sportster, that I recorded myself making that box. So if you're into that, find it. Right, here we go. This is the thing. So next on my list is looking at this spacer, because I wanted to check the length of it. It's a tiny bit short, and I wanted to check the material, but it's actually stainless. So it's all about, that's workable, like maybe make one slightly longer. And then I've looked in and seen that the disc is really close to this side of the caliper. So I'm like, fuck me, what's going on here then? And then I've looked a bit closer, and I'm not sure you'll see. Oh yeah, there's washers. Yeah, I ain't even making it up. There's washers as disc spacers to push this out, because we can't move that in. It's going to foul if we move it in. That much, like, we won't make it. It'd hit the fucking, this carrier here would be into the fucking wheel, like, so that ain't gonna work. So someone's put spacers, not me, someone's put washers. So we need to make a spacer. We need to make an alley spacer to space it out. And because it's quite tight, we're gonna make it a little bit thicker than the washers, but we need to bear in mind that the mounting bolts need to clear this bracket. Yeah, I've had a measure, and I'm gonna go 1.5 mil, which don't sound a lot, but a miss is as good as a mile. 1.5 mil thicker than those two washers, and a nice alley spacer, just like the one that's on the other side, spacing off. You know, they've done this nice. Not so nice on this side. So that's what we're on with. Okay, so we're going to make one of these 5.5 mil thick. It's 110 on the outside, 50.5 bore, and then the 5 mounting holes for the, well, sprocket in this case, but the same as the disc. No difference. I've got a big chunk of aluminium chucked up into lathe. We put the external jaws in so we can grip it, because it's only 1 inch smaller than the chuck itself. I could have gone with the 4-jaw, which is bigger, but it's a faff. So we've gone for the external jaws, and we're going to machine this down to make that spacer. Righto, you join me as we're taking the first cut to set a digital readout. This wants to be 110, don't it? And at the minute it's quite a bit bigger than that. Let's move the coolant pipe out of the way off camera. At the minute we have got 124.92 I'm showing. 124.95. So X is 124.95, enter, and we want 110, so that's 14 mil off, which is quite a lot. Let's see if we can do 4 mil at a time, so we'll go down to 120. So 2 mil cut, 80 thou cut. Let's see how that fares. We only want 10 mil, 5.5 for the job. 3 mil for the cut is 8.5, so 10 mil gives us plenty, and that's going to take us, come on baby, to there. Big fucking bird's nest, and it's self-ejected, happy days. So that all works well. So now we'll go 116, and then we'll end up splitting it in two. So we'll go 116 down to that 10, like so. 113, and then we'll have a sanity check before we do the final cut to take us to that 110. Alright, there we go. Let's have a look then. So we are now at 113.12. 112.98. 113. Right, I'm going to call that 113. So we're good. So let's go down to the 110, which is wrong because we want 105. So I nearly fluffed that up. So we'll do it in one cut after this. Fucking hell, that was. This is 110. We need another cut after this down to 15. No dramas. I'm glad we didn't do it too small because this is all the material we've got. So 105, you wanker, is just here. Come on. It's there. And send it. That's more than happy. I said 10mm, which will give us clearance for the tooling when we come to part it off in a bit. Right, here we go. Down to 10, which is there. Windy out. Get rid of all this shit. And break the edge. We do need to face it off, which will cost us a bit of length, but we've got plenty to play with, I think. Right, with the tool angled round a bit, we can take a quick clean up pass on this face, and that will get us ready to bore it out. Oh, that's looking lovely, that is, isn't it? So the hole in the middle is 50mm. So we could well leave 50mm unfaced, or thereabouts, a little bit less. Look at this fluff. As we go, not going to come. Alright, leave the fluff. Oh, there you go. A bit at the back. So we'll get that faced off, and then we'll centre drill it and get ready to bore it out to 50mm. Right now, with that faced up, I've took this step back a bit as well, face that up nice, not that it matters. I just wanted to give myself plenty of clearance for the parting tool when we come, when we come to part it off. So let's get that centre drilled. I think we're going to end up drilling this a bit deeper than we could, because I need the clearance right. Anyway, I'm waffling, talking shit and thinking out loud. So in with the pilot, and we'll just get her started so the flutes are even with the end of the hole, and back the tailstock out to 10mm, which is there. Now we want 5mm for the job, 3mm for the doodah, that's 8mm for the parting tool, and the taper on the big drill I'm going to use, which is what I'm thinking it is about fucking 15mm. So that's like 25mm. It'll give us plenty of clearance. To be fair, the boring bar will clean the end of that taper up, so you don't actually need to go all of that deep light. Let's go 20, fuck it. So 20's there, and should give us plenty of clearance for getting the job done. Alright, now in with the big boy, in with the 30mm. Slowed it down a little bit, although you could just send it, I guess, you know. You're not at that drill bit with this aluminium. Oh, there we go, look. Bit of a grinder. Cubery. Nice curly whirlies coming up, don't they? Well, we'll send that anyway. to the bottom of that hole. This is about there. Come on, baby. Now what we're looking. Yeah, happy days. Righto, with that hole drilled, we can turn the feed round for a fucking start off. We can touch on that face, 0 our DRO, and we want 10mm for the part, right, with parting off, so let's set this down 10mm and have a measure. There's 10mm. Alright, you can measure that hole, no fluff on there. These carbide tips do pick up the alley sometimes. You get a bit of fly shit on there. That is a bit fucking tricky to measure. 33.2 we'll call that. So let me read out. X is 33.20. Enter. And we want 50.5, don't we? So go 2mm at a time for now. So 35.5. Let's see how that goes. I think we can take bigger cuts than that, to be fair. Hold on. That's 10mm. So we'll go 39.5. There. Yeah, that's better, look. I'll keep chipping away at that, taking it down to that 10mm until we get a bit nearer the size, when you can join me again. Come on, 10mm there. Happy days. Right, it should be 47.5. This will leave us one last cut. I'm just going to take it down. 47.5 and have a measure. Have a sanity check. Just so we don't overcook it. I mean, it's not got to be, the tolerances are pretty good, like. Yeah, 47.54, maybe 5. Yeah, that'll do. That's accurate enough for me. So last cut, which is out to 50.5. 50 point. Come on. There, 50.5. We'll set that down to 10mm. And then hopefully we'll just part it off with no drama. We'll go at 10mm, clean the hole up, and there we go. We'll just break that edge. Just slow it down a bit and break that edge. There we go, sorted. Righto, so I did slow it right down and then break that edge again. So it was a bit Lady Chatterley's fucking lover, weren't it? I weren't keen. So we're just going to touch on there, and we want 5.5 plus the tool is 8.5, so we'll go 8.75 and leave 10th out for a clean up. Like that, lock off the saddle off camera. Come on, everything's a bit fucking slow this morning, especially the fucking operator. And realise that we've not fucking done a feed right, so bear with. Try again, Ralfy, come on. 8.75 on the Richter scale. It's going to be one of them fucking mornings. Right. That's better. That is much better. I think we're going to struggle to lube that slot. There's a joke there somewhere, isn't there? Okay. But we'll do our very fucking best. We don't want the alley gumming up. You know, you think alley's soft and carbide's tough, but like I said earlier, you can get a bit of gummy action going on. We don't want it sticking to the tip if it gets too hot, like. Right. I'm hoping that we break through any minute now, otherwise it might fucking jam off. There you go. There is the safety that is inherent with a belt drive machine. And another reason for us to give it that little bit of clearance for the 10th hour to clean up. Shit happens. Right, we're nearly there. Come on. I've gone to feeding it by hand now, nice and steady, after that little scare. No. Fucking hell, baby. It's proving tricky, this one, ain't it? Come on, nice and steady. It really needs to go soon. It's the longest fucking parting off video you've ever seen in your fucking life. Yeah. You've still got clearance. Oh. Gummy bears. I might have to extend the tool a bit. If it don't go. Hey, fucking hell, look at that. Just. Fucking Jesus, Father Ted. Well, that certainly fucking stretched it, didn't it? And the finish is not that bad, considering. Now we've got to figure out a way of chucking it up so we can face off that 10th out and break the edges, and then we're good to fucking drill the holes. I'm warming my hands up, it's freezing this morning. That's nice and warm.
Don't forget, folks, our Sportster stickers are now available in our Etsy store, link in the description below. Sportster, you know it makes sense.
Righto, so we're just going to true that up using this viewer's gift. And this bearing tool up, and we just edge it. We hold it very lightly in the jaws, and then we just bring that in until it runs true. Now, oh, I don't know what's fucking happened there. Pixies have been in. Might have to fucking chuck this up in there and give that a clean up. There's a couple of marks on it that I've found. I don't fucking know what happened. I think when it parted off, although we averted disaster, it's fucking marked it up a bit like. So we'll have to have a look at that. In the meantime, pretty sure I just moved my tool off camera a lot. I'm just gonna give myself a bit of clearance for the tool holder. Right, and then we'll bring it in until it touches and just take that 10th out. So we're just touching at that 0, come out. Go 0.25, which is just coming up. Which is there. Lock off my fucking saddle. Check my feet and fucking speeds this time, Ralfy. And send it. Pull that out face up. I was going to say we'll break that top edge, but I'm not getting a fucking file in there, like. We'll sort that out afterwards. We'll try and fucking avoid the bird's nest. I'll just put my fucking thumb on it. Anyway, you get the picture. We'll get our face off and then we're looking at drilling it, eh? Right, oh, for fuck's sake. We've got this chucked up now back in the normal jaws, and we're just going to take a very light skim. Just going to take that light pass off the outside edge. Like I say, the tolerances are great. We can give it a good clean up, well, a quick clean up. I don't want to go mad with it, like. We can tentatively break those edges. Squeeze. Like that. And there we go. We got air in the end. That was a bit of a fuck about. I don't know how it translated in the video, but it's not my finest fucking hour, to be fair. It's one of them mornings. So I'll get set up to drill the holes. I need to make a thing for that. I'll show you, look. Right, as you've seen me do on lots of occasions, I need to find these 5 holes in this. And I could set them up on a rotary table on the mill, work out the PCD, and go from there, like. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to transfer punch through. Now, it's important that I'm accurate with regard to the centre. I've already took a skim off the outside, so it's not exactly sized, so I can't clamp it somehow here and then go from there. So I'm going to make a mandrel. Yeah, now this is a little bit loose, so that won't do it, and this is a little bit tight, so I'm going to turn a bit of this down so that I can drop the two together like that. I'm not filming it very well, and then drop that in and then put an engineer's clamp or something on it and then go through with my transfer punches. That's the plan. So we've got this, look. We've got the mandrel. Got the mandrel that goes through, that lines up the centres nicely. We've got an engineer's clamp to stop things fucking moving about, and we steady on. We've got a transfer punch, and we'll go round. We might need to move the clamp. We'll do it over on the sturdy bench, so we've got something on to tap it against, and that'll give us the sensors for those holes. And of course we could have done it with the disc itself. Look, you can see they all line up. The problem is you're not going to clamp it, but you can mark it with a transfer punch, hold the punch in place, you know, hold it all so it don't move, and then transfer the punch across, transfer the transfer punch. It's just more accurate if you can clamp it. Plus the disc isn't very deep, the holes in the disc ain't that deep, so you're not going to get a great register on your punch. But there you go, just to show that it fucking lines up lovely. All we've got to do now is drill them out to whatever these are. I'll have a measure and then take it out. And the 3/8, which means I can come over to my vintage Picador number 29 and choose the 3/8 bit. I'll probably go the next size up, 25/64. If you notice, the back row's missing. All donations would be gratefully appreciated. Everything from 406, is it, 1332s, up to 31/64. Yeah, I'll probably end up buying them, to be fair. So anyway, there's my 3/8 bit. It's going to give us a clearance for the poles. So a little pillar drill. We're just going to center drill them. Let me get some lube. There we've got the bank of lube. Jury's out on it, to be fair. I think it works with methane. There we go. We'll work our way around with those, and then we'll go over to the mighty medding amount of size. Will be happy days. So here we go, hold on, lube again. We can't use that drill bit I was looking at. It turns out it's the left hand fucking bit. 3/8 clearance, so that's another one on the list. So we'll just go through with a 10 on. Which is fucking glorious. Like so. Have that off, clean that off. Aim at the next fucking one. Clamp it down. And there she goes, Captain. Happy days. Here, Lou. Sorted. It's only thin, isn't it? It's only 5mm thick, so it don't take but nothing to drill through it. Like, happy days. And lastly, a quick chamfer, man. Just a touch. On each hole. Right. I'm bottoming out of that, look. Now, we'll chuck a bit of wood under. And give it a little bit more. Like that. Flip her over. And just go and touch on the other side. Sorted. So that's job number 1 done. That can now get put back together when it goes back on the bench and the mighty dyno comes off the bench. Look at that, I'm fucking in love with this. A quick recap. Look, I've not been filming this as thoroughly as I should, because it's been a drop on it when you can. We have got the stainless handlebars that have been widened in the middle there, all polished up and fitted, as is the K-Tech front brake and clutch. New clutch cable number 2, because some wanker ordered a new clutch cable and it still weren't long enough. That's on. we've made a braided line up with the stainless ends, clipped it up using the snidey little bit of pipe on the clip, look, just as standoffs, made a couple of little standoffs, the same here with the throttle. The same here with the handlebars. Little standoff there so it's not fucking scraping up the fucking stainless to stainless action. We made up the throttle cables, which can be right fucking fiddly, so we didn't bother filming that either because it's a peter to fucking do. And we made up stainless. This comes as a kit, this plate, to put the later model caliper on the earlier model wheel, if that makes sense. Forks, sorry, if that makes sense. So you can use the more modern running gear, although it's not fucking exactly space age. It's off a much later model, you know, 20 odd years later model, or 15, 16 years later model. Anyway, you get these plates to adapt it, but they come with washers in the kit to space it out, and I ain't having that, am I? So I've made a couple of stainless doodahs and got all that bolted up properly and all bled up with the new stainless fasteners holding the disc on. So yeah, quick recap on the fucking lovely dyno. Bless it. I think next up is going to be the forwards, because after that I can get the exhaust on, I think. Yeah, super. Right, now we have got a choice of 2 jobs, and the video is coming to an end because we're approaching the 30-minute marker. The algorithm likes you to watch a percentage, and the longer ones don't get watched that percentage, so we're 25, 30 minutes. Anyway, what we need to do, these are off his fucking Springer front end I made for him to take 1.25 bars. They were delicious. They've had a bit of an hard life since they left me. We won't go into that. The thing is, he's going to use them on standard yokes now, and there's no way of fastening. There's no thread in there, there's a gaping hole because of the way that they fit on the fucking Springer. So we are either going to machine something to take a thread that goes in there, bearing in mind that we're going to shorten them as well. We're going to take this bit off, so they're going to be fucking down here somewhere, yeah. So it won't leave a lot of meat for that. We're going to turn an insert that presses in and does the deed. That's what I'm going to do, is turn an insert to take a 12mm bolt that goes through there and hangs out the bottom, and it can use a nut on the bottom. I think that's the best way. I've already made a tool that it's a bit of tube with an hole cut out of it that sits between the 2 risers. So when you're fitting them, you put it here, clamp that one down, it holds that one straight, and then you go through the hole to hold that way, tighten the nut up. So we've already thought of all that shit. He's still got it as well, Daz has. So I've got to make some plugs. I've got to machine that down to that flat there, and it's a cunt to hold because of the cutout, so I can't get it in a 3-jaw. I could get it in a 4-jaw, or I can use the milling machine. And then we're going to make a slug, an adapter that gets Loctited in the hole. That's just a bit short of that step to take one of these countersunk that sticks through, so that'll tighten itself down nicely. That's the plan for that. The other job is our jock, Aware PJ, he's not Welsh or Italian, clues in the name. He's got this back wheel that has got 1, 2, 3, 4 studs sheared off. It's a day for discs. 1 stuck and 1 out safely. So we've got to get that out and save these threads. So that's another job. That's the choice of the 2. Which one should we do next? Answers on a postcard to the usual address. So there you go, that's one of my 3 jobs done. We're not going to make a vlog that's an hour long, so you can follow along in the next edition by giving me a sub. Hit that notification bell, give me a thumbs up if you like what you see. Check out the bump in the description below, and I'll catch you on the next one. Yeah? Happy day, see you in a bit. Big love everyone.